It's normally kind of, it's heightened because you play quarterback, but in college football, you're going to be in a battle for your position almost every spring, if not every fall, every year, right? So this is kind of not anything new, right? So I think that kind of helped, and kind of going into that, you kind of have to know and kind of operate and kind of be able to take care of football and stuff, things like that. But kind of having 6 years kind of experience of being in competitions before helped me a lot.
When did you find out during the Iowa State week that you were going to be starting and play the whole game?
Towards kind of the middle of the week, we kind of knew, kind of reps wise, that coach was kind of right with me. So I think that helped a little bit, but only got a couple practices with that. So.
Is Coach Dunn making that? Is Coach Rache, Gundy?
I think it's all of them. I think it's Coach Gundy for sure as a say, and probably the final say. But I kind of think his whole staff they kind of make a decision.
In those first 3 games, when you came out, or when Garrett came out, or Gunner, are y'all kind of being like, here's what I saw from this safety, here's what I kind of see from the defense?
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's kind of a weird way where you kind of normally when you prepare for a team, you go in immediately and play, but kind of coming in second or third, you kind of get to see kind of how the defense is playing us, get an extra film study in person, and then see how to operate. And then as we come on the field, hey, we're seeing this, we're kind of getting more cover 2 in this game, or hey, we're getting more cover 3 right now, and they're blitzing this guy a lot. So I think we kind of help each other as much as we can, because ultimately we want the team to win.
It should be more of a leadership role. What does that kind of look like from your vantage point? How does that look?
Yeah, just being able to kind of fire up the guys, get them going on a each play throughout practice basis. That's what I'm saying, just kind of because I'm in there with those guys the whole time, kind of fire up a receiver, fire up the running backs, get everybody going. And it's hard to do that when I'm not with them, right? So now that I'm with them more and we're all together, we kind of move forward and kind of rah them up if the guys are down, or encourage guys when they make a good play.
The Monday after the game, you and several other players tweeted or shared on social media, urging people to support Pokes with the Purpose. I'm wondering what went into that, because obviously it was something more did.
Yeah, no doubt. We obviously, Pokes with the Purpose is a huge advantage for not just football, but Oklahoma State athletics. And I think being able to pour into that helps us, not just football, but helps everybody in every sport, men's, women's. Pokes with the Purpose is a huge thing, and that's an advantage, and that's kind of what college football is right now. And so to be able to help out Pokes with the Purpose is kind of our boost. We're like, hey, you know what, we're right in the middle of fall and fall sports in the semester. So we're hot and media is kind of going out like that, and we hope you guys kind of push things as well. But yeah, we definitely coordinated with them, and they said, hey, let's blast this thing out and see if we can help out the athletic programs.
Do your wristbands have any meaning?
Yeah, so I write on some of my wristbands. I have some kind of weird things that I do, but this right now, honestly, I always dress for what I'm going to wear in the game in practice. And then funny thing, the wider it'll go, the sunnier it is, because I don't have to put sunscreen on. So everyone thinks like baseball players, I'll have it all the way up to here, but it's really so I don't have to put sunscreen on because we're outside all the time. That's why I wear leggings every single day and pants every single day. It's just because it's got to stay away from the sun.
You're saving money on aloe, right?
Absolutely, no doubt.
What about the 2 rubber bands?
Yeah, these honestly, I don't even remember what these said. They rubbed off after a week. But we went to a mental health deal that the student athlete program put on, and there were some just inspirational quotes that I had on. But it's been about a year and a half since, so I don't exactly remember what it said. But
you work a lot, and you have is it a foundation or something with mental health, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Why is that important to you in kind of stopping that stigma and raising awareness for that?
Yeah, I definitely think, especially for football players and Division I athletes, and men and women, everybody in general. I think society seem to be we're fine, everything's okay, and nothing's affecting me, and it's okay. And then you kind of get home, and there's stuff going on. Stuff is in everybody's life, and I just think even if it's talking to a friend or something like that, I'm gonna blast out on my social media as much as I can, because if I can help one person, if one person sees it and says, oh, you know what, I probably should call my brother, or I should call somebody because I'm going through this, then I think it's success. So I think that's a huge part of my life, because I have a really good core group of people that I can kind of go through and go to if I have an issue. So I just kind of want to encourage people to do that. So.
And what prompted you to create a scholarship for a high school or college student?
Yeah, so I actually had a company, Access Scholarships, kind of reach out to me and want to do something really cool with that, where basically create a scholarship in my name to where they got anybody, high school, college, post-grad, anyone that that is in the education system that wants to apply can. And it's just kind of $1,000 to kind of go towards it if they had kind of an issue, talk about mental health and stuff like that. And I thought that was really cool to kind of work with them and do that. So it was a really cool deal thing we're doing in the community.
What have you seen from Kansas State in your preparation this week?
Definitely a disciplined football team. They will run kind of the same defense that we do at times. They'll also kind of come down and play with the nickel. But yeah, no, I think they're an extremely disciplined football team. They play well. They play within themselves. They're hard to beat, and they don't let anything kind of go over their head. But I do think we got a really good game plan. And it's gonna be fun.
You've only had a game and a half, I think, now with Dalton at left tackle.
Yep.
What do you see from him there? It seems like he's kind of bringing some consistency.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, coming in from Texas State, we kind of came in together, so we kind of have a great relationship. And kind of the more reps that he gets, the better he's going to play. And there's definitely some security out there with Dalton. And I mean, he's just going to be getting better every single game.
When you were at Tech, especially with Kingsbury, you guys were getting rid of the ball really quickly.
Yep.
Is that a trait that, even though this offense is different, can still benefit you?
No doubt. I think, as you saw in Iowa State, there's probably a little more throwaways than everyone would have liked to see. Or the completion percentage wasn't great. But that's kind of another thing is I can just like the many years I've been playing, I kind of understand kind of what defenses are trying to do. And then I take that talent and ability I've always had a quick release and be able to get the ball out of my hands quickly. But then instead of when something's coming down, when the pocket's going to collapse, I'll get out of my hand quick instead of take a sack. We only had that one sack against Iowa State, kind of try to get out of it, and it was kind of being a loss of a lot of yards. But yeah, I think that's one advantage that my training can do is just kind of when stuff breaks down, either we're going to get out of the pocket and make a play or throw it away and we'll get back to 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, not have to make any bad play worse.
Gundy said today that you guys need to get Brendan more involved. Have teams been like keying on him from things you've seen, or how can you guys get him more involved?
No doubt, I definitely think teams are keying on him. Obviously, he's an elite player, and he can take a 5-yard pass 90, right? So I think anybody that we play is going to definitely have at least 2 sets of eyes on him every play. But we'll do things to get him out in space and to get him the ball. And I do think now that we're kind of running together that me and him can connect a little bit more.
And you mentioned earlier the competition that you guys are in. With you being the older guy of the group, how do you kind of balance the competition and bring those younger guys along?
Yeah, no doubt. You obviously want to help the room. The better the room is, the better the team's going to be. So I'm just going to kind of obviously give what I learned. I'm a selfless guy, and those other 2 guys are selfless as well. So if I can help them out, if they have a question, hey, what'd you see on this? How should I play here? I'm going to do it. And I think now it's a good chance where they can kind of see how I prepare throughout the week, and I can help them out if they need help. And obviously then they got stuff for me. Hey, if they see something, they're going to come up to me and kind of help out. So I think we all kind of work as a team, even though only one guy plays. That's just the nature of the sport and the nature of playing quarterback. But everybody helping each other out. That's kind of how we help.
What about the game